She posted, "Sometimes you have to break someone's heart to find your own happiness," with a photo of her and her personal trainer at sunset. I didn't unfollow. I just quietly moved out, removed my name from the lease, and blocked her everywhere. 3 weeks later, the property manager was calling her about the $2,400 rent she couldn't afford on her own. I'm 31, work as an operations manager at a manufacturing plant. It was 9:47 p.m. on a Tuesday when I saw it. Just got home from a 13-hour shift, sitting in my car in the parking lot scrolling through Instagram before heading upstairs. My girlfriend of 5 years, Sarah, 28, had posted a sunset photo. Her arms wrapped around her personal trainer, Marcus, 26. Both of them are smiling at the camera. That caption underneath, posted 23 minutes ago. The comments were already rolling in. Her friends flooded it with heart emojis. "Yes, queen. So happy for you. You deserve this." Her sister commented 3 fire emojis. Marcus had commented 2. "My girl," with a heart and muscle emoji. I didn't comment, didn't like it, didn't even screenshot it at first. Just sat there staring at my phone screen, engine still running, heat blasting even though I wasn't cold. Then I put the car in reverse and drove to my buddy Tyler's apartment across town. Here's the thing about that apartment. The lease was entirely in my name. Monthly rent was $2,400 for a 2-bedroom in a decent part of town. Sarah worked part-time at a boutique downtown, maybe 25 hours a week. She brought home around $800 every 2 weeks after taxes. Her contribution to our expenses? She'd Venmo me $400 to $500 a month when she could. For groceries, she'd say, for utilities. Meanwhile, I was covering $2,400 rent, $180 internet, $200 electric, $80 water, plus her car insurance because she was on my plan. The math never made sense, but I loved her, so I made it work. We met at a friend's barbecue 5 years ago. She was funny, spontaneous, and beautiful. The first year was great. We moved in together after 8 months. Everything felt right. Things shifted around year 2. She quit her full-time retail management job, said it was draining her creativity. She wanted to focus on herself, maybe start a business. I supported it. She picked up part-time work at the boutique, 20 hours a week, flexible schedule. Her take-home dropped from $2,200 a month to $800 every 2 weeks. I picked up the difference. She promised it was temporary. That turned into 3 years. But her lifestyle never adjusted. She needed her gym membership at this boutique fitness studio, $195 a month. Weekly nail appointments, $65 every Saturday. Hair salon every 6 weeks, $180. Daily smoothies from the organic place near her work, probably $150 a month just on that. She bought clothes constantly. Not cheap stuff either. "I have to look good for the boutique," she'd say. "It's basically part of my job." I'd see charges on the credit card I gave her for emergencies, $200 here, $300 there. The apartment was her idea too. We'd been in a decent 1-bedroom for $1,600. She said she needed space, a home office for her future business, a proper closet, natural light for her mental health. So we moved to a 2-bedroom for $2,400. My commute went from 20 minutes to 50 minutes because she wanted to be closer to downtown, closer to her boutique, closer to the energy, she said. I worked 50 to 60 hours a week, managing production schedules, putting out fires, and staying late when shipments ran behind, making $85,000 a year, which sounds like a lot until you're covering everything for 2 people and one of them has expensive taste. Sarah complained I was never around, that I was emotionally unavailable, that I didn't prioritize us. Meanwhile, I was wasting time aping us in the apartment she insisted we needed. Marcus entered the picture 4 months ago. She said she needed to get back in shape, needed something for herself. The boutique gym offered personal training packages. She signed up. $180 a month for the membership plus $120 a month for 2 training sessions a week. I supported it. Figured it was good for her. She seemed happier. Week 1, she came home talking about her Marcus, how motivating he was, how he really understood body mechanics. Week 2, she was texting him about meal plans. Week 4, they were meeting for protein smoothies after sessions to discuss her fitness goals. By week 8, her phone was face down constantly. She was at the gym 5 days a week, coming home at 9 p.m. after sessions that should have ended at 7. New workout clothes, different perfume, that glow people get when they're texting someone new. I asked her directly 2 months in, "Are you seeing Marcus?" She laughed, called me insecure, said he was helping her become her best self, that I should want this for her. That was not everything about me. Maybe if Iweras were more supportive, she wouldn't need validation elsewhere. I backed off, figured I was being paranoid. Then came the Instagram post. Tyler opened his door in sweatpants and a t-shirt. "Dude, it's almost 11. You good?" I showed him my phone. The Instagram post is still glowing on the screen. He read the caption, looked at the photo, scrolled through the comments, let out a long breath. "Man, I'm sorry. That's brutal. Can I crash here tonight?" "Yeah, of course. Guest room's yours." I sat on Tyler's couch while he grabbed me a beer. Opened Instagram again. The post has 67 likes now. More comments. Her best friend Jenna had written an entire paragraph about being proud of her for choosing herself. I clicked on Marcus's profile. His recent posts were all gym content, client transformations, workout tips. Then I scrolled back 2 weeks. There was Sarah, in his story archive, at a coffee shop, at the park, in his car. This wasn't new. This had been building for weeks, maybe months. Tyler sat down next to me. "What are you gonna do?" "I'm leaving. Tonight." "Tonight?" "She's probably with him right now. I'm going back, packing my stuff, and I'm done." Tyler nodded slowly. "You need help?" "No. I just need to do it." I drove back to the apartment at midnight. Sarah's car wasn't in the parking lot. Perfect. I let myself in quietly, went straight to the bedroom, pulled my suitcases out of the closet and started packing. Clothes first. Everything I wore regularly. Shoes, my laptop, work documents, the watch my grandfather left me, the signed baseball from when I was a kid. I went to the kitchen, took my grandmother's cast iron skillets. Sarah always complained that they were too heavy, that non-stick was easier. I didn't care. They were mine. Packed my gaming console from the living room, my controllers. I bought the TV 2 years ago, my dumbbells from the corner of the bedroom. Left all her stuff exactly where it was. The decorative pillows, the essential oil diffuser is running on the coffee table, the fairy lights she'd strung up, the throw blankets. The plants she never watered but insisted we needed. 3 trips to my car. Everything is loaded by 2 a.m. Sarah still wasn't home. I sat in the empty apartment for a minute, looked around at the space I'd been paying for, the life I'd been funding. Then I locked the door and left. Wednesday morning, I took a personal day from work. First stop was the leasing office at 9 a.m. when they opened. Brenda, the property manager, looked up from her computer. "Ryan, hey, what can I do for you?" "I need to terminate my lease." Her face fell. "Oh no. Is everything okay?" I pulled out my phone, showed her the Instagram and post. She read it, winced. "I'm so sorry, that's awful. I need to give my 30-day notice. Lease ends November 30th. "Okay, let me pull up your file." She typed for a minute. "You're the sole leaseholder. Sarah's listed as an authorized occupant, correct?" "Correct." "Do you want to remove her as an authorized occupant?" "Yes." "I'll need your signature. After that, she'll have no legal right to the property." I signed the paperwork. Lease termination notice, removal of authorized occupant, move-out inspection scheduled for November 29th. "What happens if she tries to stay past November 30th? I asked. "She'd be trespassing. We'd start eviction proceedings." Brenda looked uncomfortable. "For what it's worth, I really am sorry. You were a great tenant." "Thanks." Next stop was my phone carrier. I walked into the store and asked them to remove Sarah from my family plan. She'd been on it for 3 years. It took 15 minutes. Her line would be disconnected by the end of the business day. Then I called my car insurance, removed her from my policy. She'd been on it because her rates were terrible after an accident 2 years ago. That was another $90 a month I was covering. Back at Tyler's place, I started making calls. Called the internet provider. Service cancellation for November 30th. Called the electric company. Same thing. Water company. Gas company. Changed my Netflix password, Hulu, Spotify, Amazon Prime. Every streaming service we shared, I locked her out of. Then I called my boss, told him I needed to take the transfer we'd been discussing. The position is at our facility 2 hours north. Better pay, lower cost of living, fresh start. He said he'd fast-track it, start date in 3 weeks. I pulled up apartment listings in the new city, found a one-bedroom for $2,200, smaller than what we had, but it was mine, just mine. I filled out the application that afternoon. Finally, I sent Sarah one text message. Saw your post. Congratulations on finding your happiness. I've moved out. Your things are at the apartment. Lease terminates November 30th. Figure it out. Then I blocked her number. Blocked her on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat. Blocked her on LinkedIn because I knew she'd try every avenue. Blocked her mom's number. Blocked her sister. Tyler walked in while I was finishing. Dude, you're thorough. She made her choice public. I'm making my exit clean. What if she tries to contact you? She can't. That's the point. My phone buzzed with texts before the blocks went through. Paragraph after paragraph. I didn't read them. Just watched the messages come through, then blocked the number. Complete silence. The explosion started on day 2. Since I'd blocked Sarah everywhere, she started using other people's phones. First was her mom, Linda. She somehow got Tyler's number, left him a voicemail at 7 a.m. Tyler played it for me over breakfast. This is Linda, Sarah's mother. I don't know what kind of game your friend is playing, but he cannot just abandon my daughter. She has rights. They've been together 5 years. He needs to man up and work through this like an adult instead of running away. My sister Emma texted me that afternoon. Did you break up with Sarah? Yeah. Why? Her mom just called me. Said you're having a breakdown and threw Sarah out with no warning. She wants me to talk sense into you. I sent Emma a screenshot of the Instagram post. Emma responded immediately. Oh, yeah, you're good. I'll handle her mom. My response to all of it was nothing. Complete radio silence. But here's where it got interesting. Tyler's girlfriend, Monica, still followed Sarah on Instagram. She became my source for everything happening on Sarah's end. Day 3, Sarah posted her story. Does anyone know of affordable studio apartments looking for a fresh start? Day 5, another story. Why is everything so expensive? How do people actually live alone? Day 7, an Instagram post. Photos of designer clothes and handbags lay out on the bed. Closet clean out. High-end items only. Serious buyers DM me. Monica, screenshot it for me. That purse in the second photo was the one I bought Sarah for Christmas last year. Cost me $420. She was selling it for $175. On day 8, Marcus started disappearing from her posts. Monica did some detective work, pulled up his Instagram. His recent stories were all gym content. Videos of him training a new client, an attractive woman doing squats, while he spotted her very attentively. I don't think Marcus is in the picture anymore, Monica told me. Already? Looks like it. Turns out Marcus lived with 2 roommates in a house 40 minutes outside the city. He made decent money as a trainer, around $45,000 a year, but not supporting a girlfriend with expensive tastes, definitely not covering $2,400 rent money. The mutual friend network lit up. Sarah's best friend Jenna called Monica on day 9. Sarah's staying on my couch and she's a complete mess, Jenna said. Ryan just abandoned her. No conversation, no attempt to work things out. She made one mistake and he destroyed her entire life. Monica, bless her, didn't hold back. One mistake? She posted about it on Instagram, with a photo, talking about breaking his heart to find happiness. It was just a caption. She was being poetic about following her truth. Poetic? She literally announced she was with another man. She didn't think he'd actually leave. There it was, the entitlement. Sarah thought I'd stick around, keep paying the bills while she figures things out with Marcus, that I'd fight for her, beg her to stay, prove my worth. Instead, I'd just left. On day 10, I got a call from the leasing office. Brenda sounded awkward. Hey Ryan, so Sarah came by this morning. She's demanding to see the lease agreement, insisting she has tenant rights. And I explained she's not on the lease, that you removed her as an authorized occupant. She didn't take it well, threatened to call a lawyer, said you two had a verbal agreement and she's been paying rent. Did she provide proof? She showed me some Venmo transactions, payments to you for your labeled food and stuff, maybe $400 or $500 a month. Those were her contributions to groceries and utilities. I have bank statements showing I paid the full rent every month, directly to you. That's what I figured. I just wanted to give you a heads up. She's talking about tenant rights and illegal eviction. She was never a tenant. She was a guest. I know. But she's not accepting that reality right now. The transfer came through on day 12. My new start date was November 15th, 3 weeks away. The apartment application in the new city was approved. 1 bedroom, $1,200 a month. Move-in date, November 13th. Everything was falling into place. Sarah discovered I'd blocked her on LinkedIn and apparently lost her mind. She made a burner Instagram account and sent me a message. I saw the notification before I could block that too. You're really going to throw away 5 years? Just like that? Over nothing? I blocked the account, didn't respond. Over nothing, she'd said. She'd publicly chosen another man and called it nothing. The audacity was almost impressive. Week 2, Tuesday afternoon. I was at work when my phone buzzed with a doorbell camera alert. I pulled up the app. There was Sarah at the apartment door trying to use her key. It wasn't working. I'd had the locks rekeyed on Saturday. She tried the key again and jiggled the handle. Looked around, confused. Then she walked to the window and tried to open it from the outside. She was on her phone now. I could see her crying, gesturing at the door. Yelling too. Oh, whoever was on the other end. I called building security from my desk. This is Ryan Thompson, Unit 7B. An unauthorized person is trying to break into my apartment. Check the doorbell footage. Security got there in 5 minutes. I watched it all through the camera. Ma'am, what are you doing? I live here. My boyfriend changed the locks. What's your name? Sarah Martinez. The security guard called Brenda. I could hear his side of the conversation through my phone's speaker. She says she lives here. Uh-huh. Okay. Got it. He hung up and turned to Sarah. Ma'am, the property manager confirmed you're not authorized to be on this property. You need to leave. This is illegal. I have rights. We lived together for 5 years. Ma'am, if you don't leave, I'll have to call the police. Sarah screamed something I couldn't make out through the camera audio. Then she stormed off. The security guard left a note on my door camera. Resident, the individual has been escorted off the property and banned from returning. Contact us if she comes back. Thursday morning, my boss Mike called me into his office. Hey, weird question. Did you and Sarah break up? My stomach dropped. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. Why? She called the main office yesterday, talked to Carol in HR. What did she say? Mike looked uncomfortable. She said you're having a mental health crisis, that you're not stable right now. She's worried you might hurt yourself. Asked if we could do a wellness check. Are you serious? Carol wants you to come in tomorrow, just to document everything, cover the company's bases. Your transfer isn't in jeopardy, he added quickly. Corporate's been wanting you up north for months. This is just protocol. Friday morning, I sat in HR with Carol, showed her the Instagram post, the lease documents, proving I was the sole tenant, the doorbell footage of Sarah trying to break in. Carol S.ed. Hook her head. We see this sometimes. An ex is trying to cause workplace problems. We'll document everything. If she contacts us again, we'll consider it harassment and involve legal. Thank you. For what it's worth, I'm sorry you're dealing with this. Week 3, Sarah launched her social media campaign. Monica screenshot the Instagram post for me, a photo of Sarah looking sad, sitting on what was probably Jenna's couch. The caption was long. When you give someone 5 years of your life, support their dreams, make a home together, build a future, and they throw you away like garbage because you dared to find your own happiness. Some people can't handle seeing others grow. Now I'm homeless because someone's ego couldn't handle the truth. If anyone knows resources for women escaping financial abuse, please DM me. The comments were mixed. Some of her friends rallied. We're here for you. You deserve better. His loss. But others pushed back. Someone wrote, didn't you just post about breaking his heart for your trainer? Sarah deleted the comment. Another person commented, girl, you literally posted a photo with another man talking about breaking hearts. What did you expect him to do? That comment got deleted too. She turned off comments an hour later. Then came the GoFundMe. Help Sarah rebuild after financial abuse. Goal, $5,000. The description claimed I'd controlled all the finances. True, because her credit was shot and she couldn't manage money. Claimed I'd isolated her from opportunities. False. She chose part-time work. Claimed I'd left her destitute after she tried to pursue independence. Independence apparently meant cheating. Total raised, $163. Her mom donated $100. Her aunt donated $50. A random friend donated $13. That was it. Meanwhile, Monica's Instagram deep dive revealed Marcus was fully moved on, posted a gym selfie with a new client. Caption: Training champions. The client was gorgeous, comments full of fire emojis. Sarah and Marcus hadn't posted together in over a week. Then came week 3, Saturday morning. I was loading boxes into my car at Tyler's place, getting ready for the move north. Ryan! I turned around. Sarah was standing in the parking lot, hair unwashed, yoga pants, oversized hoodie. She looked like she hadn't slept in days. We need to talk. No, we don't. I kept loading boxes. She walked closer. You can't just leave. We had a life together. You ended that life with an Instagram post. That was a mistake. I wasn't thinking clearly. You thought clearly enough to pose for a photo and write a caption about breaking my heart. Where's Marcus? I asked. Her face crumpled. We're taking space. I actually laughed. He dumped you already. He didn't dump me. He's just figuring out his living situation before we move forward. Translation: he doesn't want to pay your bills either. She snapped, started screaming about how I ruined everything. How was I supposed to fight for her? Real men don't just walk away. How she made one tiny mistake and I destroyed her life over it. Tyler came outside. Sarah, you need to leave. This is none of your business. You're on private property. You're harassing my guest. Leave before I call the cops. She looked between us, realized she was outnumbered, turned and walked to her car. Before getting in, she yelled, You'll regret this. You'll be alone forever. No one will ever love you like I did. That's the plan, I called back. She drove off, tires screeching. Tyler looked at me. That was intense. Yeah, but it's over now. Week 3, exactly 21 days after I moved out, I got a call from an unknown number. Against my better judgment, I answered. Hello? Hi, is this Ryan Thompson? Yes. This is Margaret from Summit Property Management. You're listed as the emergency contact for Sarah Martinez regarding Unit 7B. We're not together anymore. I moved it out 3 weeks ago. I terminated my lease effective November 30th. Yes, I see that in the notes. We have a situation. Miss Martinez is claiming she's the primary tenant, but our records show the lease was solely in your name and has been properly terminated. She hasn't paid November rent, and when we tried to process her application to take over the lease, she was declined. Declined for what reason? Insufficient income. She'd need to make 3 times the monthly rent to qualify. She's making approximately $1,600 a month. The rent is $2,400. She also failed the credit check. That sounds like a problem she needs to solve. Margaret sighed. She's claiming you two had a financial arrangement, that you've been accepting her rent payments, that this is an illegal eviction. I have bank statements showing I paid the full rent every month for 5 years. She occasionally sent me money for groceries and utilities. I have those Venmo transactions too, none of them labeled rent. She was never on the lease. She was an authorized occupant, which I removed. Everything was done legally. I understand. We're starting eviction proceedings. She wanted us to contact you first. She said you'd pay the rent if you understood the situation. I actually laughed out loud. No, absolutely not. Is there anything else? No, that's all. I just needed to confirm. Have a good day, Mr. Thompson. 2 hours later, my work phone rang. It was Mike. Hey, Sarah's mom just called the office again. You're kidding. Nope, got me directly this time. Said her daughter is homeless because of our employee, that she's sleeping in her car, that it's on the company's conscience if something happens to her. What did you say? I told her that her daughter's housing situation is not our company's responsibility, that if she contacts us again, we'll consider it harassment and invo. of law enforcement. Then I hung up. Mike, I'm sorry you're dealing with this. Don't be. I've been in management for 20 years. I've seen crazy exes before. This isn't even top 5. That evening I got added to a group chat. It was Sarah's friend, Megan. Hey everyone, I know things are complicated, but Sarah really needs our help. She's facing eviction and needs $2,400 ASAP for rent. If everyone could chip in even $50 or $100, we could really make a difference. She's been through so much with Ryan abandoning her. The responses came fast. Didn't she cheat with her trainer? Why isn't Marcus helping? Maybe she should work full-time? I'm not paying someone else's rent, sorry. One person wrote, Ryan didn't abandon her. She posted about choosing someone else. There are consequences to actions. Megan removed that person from the chat immediately. I screenshot everything, then left the group. Day 25. After the breakup, Monica sent me another screenshot. Sarah had posted a tearful video to her Instagram story. I've lost everything. My home, my relationship, my stability. All because I was honest about my feelings. This is what happens when you live your truth. Men will destroy you for being authentic. The comments before she deleted it an hour later. You literally cheated and bragged about it online. Actions have consequences. Maybe be honest with yourself first. Week 4, Sarah posted a photo from inside a U-Haul truck. Caption, moving back in with mom for a bit. Sometimes you need to regroup to level up. New beginnings, stronger than ever. Monica texted me. Her mom lives in a retirement community in Arizona. Pretty sure they don't allow long-term guests. So where's she actually going? My guess? Megan's couch. Monica was right. Through a friend of a friend, I found out Sarah was living on Megan's couch in her studio apartment, sleeping on a futon, sharing one bathroom, no privacy. Megan's boyfriend was already complaining about the permanent houseguest. I'm writing this from my new apartment 2 hours north. 1 bedroom, $1,200 a month. My commute to the new facility is 12 minutes. I'm saving over $1,200 a month on rent alone. More when you factor in not covering someone else's car insurance, phone bill, and lifestyle. The promotion came through last week, 18% raise. I'm making $100,000 now. Posted about it on LinkedIn. Sarah viewed my profile within 2 hours. She's viewed it 7 times in the past month. Never comments, never likes, just watches from the sidelines. Work is good. The new facility needed help with operational efficiency. I've already implemented 3 process improvements that cut production time by 15%. The corporation's happy. My boss is happy. I'm happy. I bought that welding setup I'd been wanting for years. Couldn't afford it before because I was covering Sarah's lifestyle. Set it up in the 2nd bedroom of the old apartment. Now it's set up in my living room. Been working on a custom fire pit design. It's therapeutic. Started going to the gym. Not a boutique place. Just a regular $30 a month gym. Down 15 pounds. Feel better than I have in years. Seeing a therapist weekly. Processing everything. He's helped me see patterns I missed. The red flags I ignored. Not dating. Not interested right now. Figuring out who I am when I'm not funding someone else's dream life. It's pretty nice. Sarah's current situation, according to the grapevine, she's working full-time now. Imagine that. At a call center making $17 an hour, 40 hours a week, taking home about $2,000 a month after taxes. Still on Megan's couch, 6 weeks and counting. Megan's boyfriend is not happy. Tensions are rising. Sarah's contributing $400 a month, not enough to cover her actual impact on utilities and space. She's looking for roommate situations. Can't afford anything alone. Can't qualify for most apartments because of the eviction on her record now. The eviction happened 2 weeks after the lease ended. She squatted in the apartment, claiming tenant rights. The sheriff had to physically remove her. It's on her permanent record. Good luck renting anything decent with that. Marcus posted engagement photos 3 weeks ago. Him and a woman named Alexa, who owns a Pilates studio across town. Caption, she said yes. Monica did the research. Marcus had been dating Alexa for 2 years. The whole time he was training Sarah. Sarah was one of several clients he was sleeping with. Alexa found out when someone sent her Sarah's Breaking Hearts Instagram post. Alexa dumped him immediately. They went therapy. Worked through it, apparently. Now they're engaged. Sarah went ballistic. Posted a long rant about narcissistic men who use women. about players who destroy lives, about hoping Alexa knows what she's getting into. The lack of self-awareness was stunning. She did exactly what she's accusing him of. Sarah's mom sent one final message through my sister Emma. I hope you're happy. Sarah's life is ruined because you couldn't forgive one mistake. She's in therapy now dealing with the trauma you caused. Emma responded, the only trauma was Ryan paying her way for 5 years while she contributed almost nothing, then cheated and bragged about it online. Maybe therapy will help her take accountability. Linda blocked Emma. Sarah tried one last legal play, had a lawyer friend send me a demand letter, claimed unlawful eviction and emotional distress, demanded $15,000. My company's legal department sent back a response, attached the Instagram post, attached proof that I paid all the rent, attached the lease showing she was never a tenant, ended with, your client has no legal standing, do not contact our employee again. Never heard from that lawyer again. About 3 weeks ago, I got a notification that Sarah viewed my LinkedIn profile, then again, the next day, then 3 times in 1 week. She's checking up on me, probably hoping I failed, hoping I'm miserable. Instead, she sees the promotion, sees I'm thriving. See, I moved on completely, and she's on a couch, working a job she hates, with an eviction on her record, while the guy she left me for is engaged to someone else. Natural consequences. My therapist said something last week that stuck with me. She wanted you to fight for her. It would have validated that she was worth fighting for. When you just walked away with no emotion, no drama, no begging, it shattered that narrative. That's why she escalated. She couldn't handle your indifference. He's right. The opposite of love isn't hate, it's indifference. After I saw that Instagram post, I felt nothing. Not anger, not heartbreak, just a calm certainty that it was over, that she'd made her choice, that I was done. She wanted drama, wanted me to blow up her phone, show up at the gym, confront Marcus, fight for her. Instead, I quietly removed myself from the equation, protected myself legally and financially, then walked away. And that drove her insane. Looking back, the red flags were everywhere. Part-time work by choice while complaining about money, expensive taste on my budget, framing any request for equal contribution as controlling behavior, constant need for external validation through social media, victim mentality about everything. Marcus was just the catalyst, the thing that revealed who she really was. If it wasn't him, it would have been someone else eventually. The title of this post turned out to be prophetic. 3 weeks later, she really did get that call about rent she couldn't afford. But it wasn't my problem anymore. It never should have been my problem to begin with. To anyone reading this in a similar situation, here's my advice. When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. When they publicly announce they're choosing someone else, let them. Don't fight, don't beg, don't engage. Just protect yourself legally and financially, document everything, then walk away clean.